Hello and welcome back to the InaneBrains podcast. I'm your host Lance, here with my co-host Jena in the car once again. Say what's up, Jena.
I'm here, and I hope ASMR listeners are ready because it's raining.
Oh yeah, it's just raining outside.
It's jazz playing, and you're outside, and it's raining.
We listening to lo-fi music, and
it's raining.
And it's raining. You got a nice cup of...
That one's always like the bonus one where they say like, oh, like all this stuff is happening and it's raining.
And it's also raining.
Yeah, and then they always go like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah, it's raining.
It's raining.
Let's go.
This will make my asthma fucking come.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh.
Do you listen to asthma? ASMR?
Oh, you're so stupid. What? I don't. I find it really cringe.
Oh. Not
cringe like cringe stupid, but cringe as in like the physical motion of cringe. But like I just don't like motherfuckers whispered in my ear, bro.
It works for some people and it does not work for other people.
That sounds creepy.
I don't know. I don't like the whispers either. Like, I've listened to, like...
Even though she got all the voices in her head.
Yeah, I already have that. So, to add another one...
Right.
This fucking head isn't rent-free. Like...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you gotta pay.
Man, you have to pay the price.
Right. That shit costs...
I've listened to the food ones before.
Food? Oh, yeah, like mukbangs and all that?
I don't like the slurps and stuff. Like, soft foods is really disgusting, but I don't seem to mind that much when it comes to crunchy stuff because it makes me hungry.
That's the only thing, though. I watch a lot of people, like, eat food. I don't watch ASMR stuff anyway, but I do watch a lot of people eat food, and then it makes me hungry, but I don't want the food at my house. I want the food that they're eating.
Exactly.
And that pisses me off.
It does too.
So I'm eating like an egg sandwich at home, like, fuck!
It's not crunchy!
It's not as good!
Yeah. I feel that way, where it's like, I need something crunchy that I can eat and just pretend that it's this chicken that I'm watching this woman eat. And then I'm like, oh, it's not crunchy enough. I'm like eating like something really soft.
You're eating grilled chicken.
Yeah, it's grilled chicken. I'm like, it's not good enough.
And this shit ain't fried. I be seeing like niggas go to like all these burger spots. There's this one that I've seen. Yeah, there's this one really popular one in LA called Easy Street, where their whole motif is that they have like these really, really thin ass patties.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it.
They have like these really thin patties, but they're supposed to have like this really nice crisp edge. And they got these like soft potato buns, bro. I get mad as fuck.
Bitch making me hungry right now.
I'm like, I get mad as a motherfucker. I'm like, you sons of bitches, I want that shit in my mouth. Hella pause.
No.
Want the meat in my mouth. Hella pause. We on.
It's that video. The guy's like, guys, save a animal, eat a plant, and then he's like, just kidding. You see that? That's almost like 5 pounds of chicken.
Right.
You know where all that meat is going? Wait. You know who's eating all this meat? That shit that way. That's even worse.
Yeah. I seen another video where this like something along those lines, where this guy was like, you know how females having like their own slang words, like it's giving or serving cut. We should make that for men. Like instead of a serving cut, it's serving meat. It's like, whoa.
No. Julian has said it unironically sometimes, where like someone's like, oh my god, it's so good, it's and then Julian's like, is it giving?
I fucking hate modern slang.
Is it giving? And I was like, I got really mad. Just like, no,
you're giving me a fucking ulcer. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I hate modern terminology so much, bro. It makes everyone sound like some fucking robots.
What's the worst one in your opinion?
What's the worst? I guess it's giving. I don't like that shit. That shit is that shit is trash, bro. That shit is not it.
I don't hear it, like, I don't hear people saying it as often, so when someone does, I feel like
I just see it all online.
I'd never see that.
I see it all online.
What kind of For You page you got? It's just 9/11 stuff on my page constantly.
Right, your For You page is weird. I have like normal, regular videos.
No.
You watch like domestic terrorism and fucking...
And then like the guy saying a bunch of times negativity.
Oh yeah, negativity.
I just get, that one. Or the Mabel song where it's like, I just met...
Oh, yeah, sprinkled with Gravity Falls in there.
Yeah, well, the Gravity
just
Falls...
everything so outwardly negative and hostile and hate. And then it's like,
It's not as innocent as you
Call
see.
Me Maybe version.
Yeah, haven't you seen the
by
Call Me
Mabel.
Maybe Mabel thing where she says like, "I'm not a quitter, I'm a knitter."
I think you
that
showed
that
me,
bit.
bro.
It just keeps playing that bit again and again. I'm a knitter.
Yeah, that's her
It's
entire
like,
For
oh,
You
no.
page. It's full of violence and terrorism and people
Saying the N-word.
saying the N-word, yeah. Even though her co-host is a black guy.
It knows.
That's probably it. It's just...
I wanted to show you that video where it's like, he's like, we're just having a nice day at the beach, and then the guy is like, automatically starts like going under, and he's like really close to the shore, and then I was like, open the comments, and he's like, monkeys can't swim, or something like that. I was like, okay.
Was it on Instagram?
Yes.
Instagram comments are feral, and it's low-key hilarious, but...
It's always like that moment, like, sigh, look at the comments,
right.
type of thing. And it's like Julian sent me one where it's like a cat on this woman's shoulder, and she has a rack, and the cat is like, the cat, like, what is it, makes biscuits?
Oh, with her tits? Yeah, I think
and
I
then
see
he
that.
was like, oh, look at the comments, and then it's just a bunch of, like, people turning into cats. And
right. I think I showed you, but the one where like the little boy, he's like talking, like saying all these little facts and stuff.
Oh
like
my
all these
God.
tidbits. That's the worst one. When it's the comments about when it's comments about like just children, like with videos of children in it.
Fucked up, yeah.
It's terrible.
Because
it's all like
people just hate children.
They just hate.
It's just like fuck you, yeah.
Fuck you, nigga, or shut up, little.
Yeah, shut up, little.
Shut up, little nigga.
That one, I see it all the time. Or the guy with the little boy with the facts. He's like, did you know that there are 10 million whales in the ocean? He's like, I'm gonna be in you or some shit. It's like, oh my, what the fuck?
It's so bad, but it's also fucking hilarious. It's really bad.
All you can do is shake your head and like not show anyone.
Right.
Like your family is like, what are you reading?
I know. That's what I'm tripping about too. My mother was
Look at this nice video of this little boy.
No. She's on Instagram looking through Instagram reels. I'm like, I wonder if she just go through the what her comments look like, because I don't know what exactly she watches. I know when I came into the room to ask her something, she was watching a fucking Joe Rogan clip. So I can only imagine how rancid those comments are, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what her feed looks like, so I wonder.
Did you know you could customize like the stuff that you get? Santiago sent me like a screenshot, and it's like you could customize like how much political content or sensitive content.
Oh, I better now. My fucking feed is full of baseball shit.
Yippee!
No, I'm tired of looking just at random baseball highlights.
It still hasn't healed.
Like it's cool. Oh, your little hand? Oh, boo boo. Do you need a kiss on it?
It doesn't hurt. It just looks ugly, like horrible. Like it's like
put some fucking Vaseline or something.
I do.
Shit.
For those who cannot see, which is everyone.
We
were playing baseball, and I choked on the bat. I choked up the bat too.
What are you doing? Why?
Nothing.
Why are you doing the double gawk hand motion?
That's at baseball
She
fields,
had the double hand twist on the.
At baseball fields, like when they showed the screen, it was like the kiss cam, and then the girl was just like, fucking like gawking. She was like,
what kind of baseball shit you look at?
It's the what is it? The Jumbotron screen thing.
And someone was giving head.
They're just doing the action. It's like, okay, kiss, and then she's like,
yeah. Oh yeah, you sent me that. I think.
Or the guys does it too, and he's just like, he does something. Like just doing crazy actions, and the camera cuts away immediately because they're
so
like,
weird, bro. You're so weird.
It's them. It's people.
No, but it's your feed. I mean, you're the one that's consuming this in and like watching the whole thing.
Is it your fault that you're getting baseball stuff?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you said
no. No, it's not. It's because our fucking. So we have a group chat with all our friends on it. It's literally
little boy. No.
It's literally just guys and you.
It's me. I'm the gay guy with a wife.
Yeah, she claims her boyfriend is her beard. So
what?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
What is that called?
A beard.
What
like
is that? I've never heard of that.
Or you're the beard rather.
Okay, then you fucked up the entire thing.
Like a closeted man that has a wife. The wife is the beard.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That guy that has a wife, but
the teacher. The guy is gay. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's gay. Literally every teacher who claims they have a wife. Have you seen those where it's like the teacher who swears he has a wife and he's like, okay, students.
Right. One of them be like that at our school.
Yeah, I don't remember which one because I never had him, but like other people had him.
Doring?
Probably, yeah. If you're listening.
No, I'm not saying we just called. I didn't want to call him out, but
Emily had like a t-shirt of him. It's his face, and it's like with a gun, and it says "obey" at the top.
What? I'm just our school teacher with a gun.
It's his face, and it's like the edited picture of like the guy with the gun pointing it at the screen.
What? How did she even get that?
I think he actually, I don't know. I was like, does he like make money off of this or something? And he's like, I found this online. And she's like, what the fuck?
Online? You have to have it. What?
It says
There's so
obey.
many questions
It says obey at the top.
of a random school teacher that we know that she found online. She had to have made that.
Probably. I mean, on a shirt, she'd have to pay to put it on a shirt.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that she just randomly found this random teacher, English teacher, online with a gun that says obey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong, that she wore it to his class. But I don't. That could be all fake news.
That feels right? I feel like I remember that some way.
But it's like, how would he react? He's like, oh, cool, or something. He's like, could you take that fucking off?
I don't know, cause
what if like a student of yours walked in with a fucking picture of you?
Fuck yeah, I'd be like, that's lit as shit, give me one, nigga, shit.
I'm not profiting off of it. It's like, oh,
that's drip right there.
Drip. Where that's every convention you go to, so they know.
Yeah.
Wear that everywhere.
Absolutely. Just market yourself with a
obey.
gun. That's crazy.
Obey.
That's crazy. But I mean, I had him too. I had during sophomore year, and he was like, I could see how people found him annoying. Like he was he was a little stickler about some things, but otherwise, in my opinion, we was cool, bro. Like I always talk to him all the time, like he's like a normal person. Like, hey, what's good, man? How you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just good. You? He probably didn't like me the same way as I was, trying to reciprocate, to him. But I mean, he was cool for the most part. I mean, yeah, I fucked around in his class a lot, but he didn't like. I don't know.
How do you feel? I mean, I know the answer already, kind of, but it's like, how do you feel about like student-teacher like friendships? I guess.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know, cause like, me and Buddy is cool, bro.
He's your buddy.
Buddy is our old sophomore history teacher. That's how me and Jenna like really started to connect more. Yeah. Cause she sat right behind me and I kept fucking talking to her all the time.
You were always in the front. I was always in the back.
Yes. Finally.
No.
My people.
This is a moment in history.
Right, but right. So
how will this affect LeBron's legacy?
Shut the fuck up. And I'm pretty sure I've addressed this before, but his whole his whole inside bit is that my name is Lance, so he rhymes everything with my name. Mm-hmm. With my name, like take a chance, dance, whatever, and he did it. The rest of high school, I didn't even have him like. No, for real.
Yeah, I know.
For real. And then my homie Dominic went to go back to Gab because his brother's a student there, and then his mother works there. So he saw Doring again. He was like, because Dominic didn't have him. I'm the only one who had him, but he saw us three always walking around in school, so he knows he's my friend. So he even told him, he's like, hey, make sure to tell Lance to take a chance and dance and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, like, if I was to talk to him now outside of it, like because now we like both dudes in the world now, we ain't. I ain't a student no more, so I could just talk to him like a normal person. I talk to him like a normal person, like. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if I'd curse in front of him like I do with like you.
It's kind of weird. You're not at the same level.
Right. So you have to have like some type of respect towards them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'll talk to them like a normal nigga. Shit. I mean, I talk to all the teachers normal because they fucking normal people.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I always try to, back in high school, I always try to, form some type of relationship with a teacher where we can, like, just talk to each other like just people. Yeah.
The reason I brought it up, I guess, is because I have a friend who's just like, well, I said, like, who's your favorite teacher? Or, like, who did you remember the most or whatever? He's like, I don't give a shit. He's like,
right.
I'm not making friends with teachers. Like, that's weird.
I don't find it weird. We both out, like, after high school, now we're both adult. We're both regular people to each other now.
I guess so. But take into account, like, that friend is just introverted anyway. I see him less than once a year.
Absolutely. Like, I understand that. But, we both, at that point, we're both the same. We're both people
in the world.
People in the world that's trying to get a job or has a job or whatever. We both people now. We both both relatively on the same level, but I'm gonna still have respect towards you as you're the one who taught me.
Guarantee the first thing that the person would probably say is, "So what are you doing now?" Or it's like, "Oh,
yeah."
So
I mean, they talk to you.
What are you up to nowadays? Yeah,
right. They talk to you like a parent would. I mean, shit, because most of them are parents.
Yeah, it's like, "What's your new accomplishments?" And it's like,
yeah. So
man.
I mean, at that point, you just talk to them like people, because that's all we are. We all people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Back in high school, I always try to, if they was cool with me, I'ma fuck with you. But there was also some teachers who wouldn't just fuck with me anyway because they just an asshole.
Fuck you.
Like, what is the one? How me and Julian really connected was during summer school. We both had to do English. We had to do like an English thing, and all me and this nigga would do was just play Town of Salem on the fucking computer.
Yippee.
Nah, for real, it was funny. But that teacher was a bitch.
What a bitch.
Asshole. What's her name? Lopez or something? I don't even remember. No, it wasn't Lopez. Teacher name. That's my mother's last name. Oh well, I just outed my mother. Y'all don't know her first name.
You cut that out.
I can. Yeah. So, her ass was a bitch. She sucked. She was really mean to all of us. Like just a fucking asshole. So I ain't gonna fuck with you if you ain't gonna fuck with me. If you don't give me some type of respect. Mutual respect for each other. Why should I fuck with you?
Yeah.
But now especially, like, I remember.
It just gets worse in college. I'm gonna lie. And like the best teachers were like high school and like middle school.
Yeah, because most of them was like parents too, so they talking to kids like, or they've been around kids more.
Yeah.
Most of these professors now, like because also, like, especially now, y'all both like adults, trying to find your way in the world.
Yeah.
So y'all both like on the same level, but not, because they also like teaching you and instructing you. So they want your ass to be more responsible and be held more accountable for all that type shit.
Yeah. Speaking of the student teacher thing, I watched a fat video on like Samurai Jack. And I had never seen the Cartoon Network series, so I was like really, I guess, just interested in like, oh wow, like this is all information I don't know,
right,
type of thing. And I was like, well, usually it's a good thing when the like Adult Swim or an adult network would adopt it, type of thing. And it's like, oh, I see what happened. I see what went wrong. I see where the writing kind of like dipped down.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy was offering a bunch of stuff. He's like, this well, maybe instead
so what's funny about Genndy Tartakovsky is that he also did Primal, and then he also did a Star Wars show. He did an animated Star Wars show that was meant to be canon to the whole Star Wars thing, but he made it too cool that George Lucas was like, nah, this is not what I had envisioned the characters.
This is too cool.
Yeah. No, for real. Apparently I haven't seen it myself, but apparently that little animated show, like they made all the characters look badass. Like they made Anakin look cool. They made Mace Windu look really cool. So, but when George Lucas saw it, he was like, nah, this is not how I really envisioned the characters. So then he retconned it and made it like not canon to the whole Star Wars trilogy.
How lame. That was pretty lame, dude.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, because when I did make the first comparison, student-teacher relationship, I was referencing it because, like, they said in the later series thing that Jack is a love story. Like, he gets with the girl, and then it's a big problem, I guess, like, writing-wise.
Well, okay, I've seen all of it, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had binge all of Samurai Jack, because like you, or I hadn't grown up watching it, and I wanted to. But it was on Adult Swim, so I didn't really get to see it as often. So I went to go binge it, like, I think last year, a couple years ago. So when I did watch it because it was 5 seasons that was all on Adult Swim, and then that 6th season that came out like 10 years later, and then that had like a whole shift because now it's under HBO Max, so he had a little more leeway with it.
Ooh.
So now it's not on air, so he couldn't do like violence or blood or gore. That's when he started to change, to shift to like, oh, I'm gonna start doing some crazy shit now.
He does crazy shit when he's given the chance.
I love Genndy Tartakovsky.
Yeah,
his work is awesome.
I love Primal so much.
Primal is sick. They're coming out with the third. They're coming out with a new
crazy.
season.
But another thing I was gonna say is like his love stuff is not really, I guess, the best.
It wasn't. I didn't really mind it too much. It felt a little forced because it felt forced because of the fact that this was like that whole season itself like didn't really feel like Samurai Jack in itself, because
I mean,
whenever I think of Samurai Jack, like I think of more of like a preteen show. And then when they went to that last season where he wanted to ramp up the like the gore, the tone of the story, when he wanted to wrap it up more. What is this nigga doing?
Scaring me.
Right. So when he wanted to ramp up his storytelling, it was like a whole shift to the show, because now we got blood, we got killing, we got romance and all that. So he just shifted the tones a little more of the show, which I like that creatively.
Yeah.
It's weird for Samurai Jack, but it's just weird for Samurai Jack to do that, because you already had a set tone anyway. You had 5 seasons prior.
Yeah.
Of what you're trying to do, so it was just it was a drastic shift, but I still enjoyed it anyway. I mean, I love Samurai Jack.
I figured, because I was like, hey, I think like true fans would still love it, type of thing.
Yeah,
The only thing I found weird, I guess, is because like the person was like really driving in the nail of like, I don't really like this relationship because he's really old in the canon and she's really young. As well, and originally they wanted like a student-teacher relationship between them, and then it feels forced that they get together and whatever. But also in like Primal, it's like I didn't really feel any like love or sexual connection between Mira and Spear either, but they kind of, not really, but that ending wacky. The ending bit, like, that.
I think it was more about, like, not because...
I understand what he meant, but then me and Santiago were just like, what the fuck?
You think that would hurt?
Yes. Yeah, it'd be
Alright,
painful.
so I'm gonna spoil the end of Primal right now if you...
So, click away. If you don't want to be spoiled for the end of Primal.
Right.
This is your warning.
So,
skip.
3, 2, 1. So basically, at the end of Primal, the main character Spear, the caveman guy, he gets burned like severely. His entire body, and so Mira, the love interest, or
rather, just like his like good friend throughout the show. Like if you see it that way,
I saw it as the love interest. He was.
Really.
I saw he was feeling her.
Was he?
He was feeling her. Yeah. That's why would he even go after her if he wasn't feeling her? Why would he even do that? He was feeling her.
It's another person.
I don't think so.
I thought it was like, oh, she's different, and then he's able to say her name.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it was a love interest, because he lost his family.
That's true.
He lost his family. He was looking for someone else again. We all want to be loved at the end of the day.
Yeah, I guess then the dinosaur fills out that friendship role, and then she fills out the love interest role.
Right. So at the end of the movie or the show, she has sex with him while he has like these 3rd-degree burns on the verge of dying, so she can have his kid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
so that he can live on through that child.
Yeah,
that's basically the thing that I understood. Where it's like she looked at like a painting or whatever, and she's like, "Man, I wish I had more like years to spend with you and whatever."
Right.
And it's like, Well.
Right. So I will admit too, when I did see that scene, I was like, I wasn't expecting it too. I was like, whoa.
Whoa. She just starts fucking. Yeah. She.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So damn, that nigga would have got it stiff too, while being burned and shit. Ow. That feels like.
Yes, that's painful.
That sounds like. So he's on like the verge of death, like, He's like pleasure and pain at the same time. That's some BDSM shit.
Yeah.
So I will admit, like when I saw the ending to that, I was thrown for a loop too, and I was like, whoa, that's a little graphic.
I don't know. Genndy's. That's what I mean. Genndy's love stuff is like. It's the bottom part of like all of his like other stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like the art is like beautiful, the story's like interesting, and he does a great job of storytelling, like the showing not telling thing.
Yeah,
he's just like he's an artist, and it all works. And it's like love stories. It seems to not do well for him. He should just stop with it because people are mad about the Samurai Jack thing. It's a love story thing, and then. Like the ending of Primal, I know a lot of people are just like, whoa, what the fuck? I thought they were friends, or I thought she wouldn't do that.
I understand. I found it really understandable to me. Like, I understood why she did it. I understood the whole thing. I always saw her as the love interest, yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, there's not enough, like, build-up to it necessarily because it's the same problem with like live action Avatar where it's like everything is business sort of like Primal. There's dire situations all the time and they're just like fighting like to survive, so it's like one thing after another, so it's like I don't really like see a big like
that was what I thought
that's
what I'm saying. That was probably the first season. The second season, his whole reason why he was doing this is to find Mira again because she got captured.
Yeah, she did get. Well, she was a slave, and then they had enough time to like befriend her, and it's like
right,
hey.
And then she gets captured again. So he uses that entire season to find her.
I guess so.
For what? Because that's the homie? Nah, it's because he liked her.
Okay.
Come on, let's think about this.
Okay, sure.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. It's like, well, yeah. After Lost, it's like
especially you also got to think too. This is cavemen's, bro.
Okay, that's fine. Neuron activation.
That's all cavemen's were. See woman, fuck woman.
Yeah. They draw her really pretty though. Like I really liked her design because she's bald like throughout a lot of it because she's a slave and whatever. And she
was cool.
Tattoo and it's like they still managed to make her look like majestic and whatever. And it's like
she was cool. I want to see his new thing that he came out with, I think a year or two, like right after he finished Primal Season 2. I think it's called like Unicron or something like that.
I don't know that one.
And then like, have you seen Symbiotic Titan?
No.
Oof, that is fire. That was an old Cartoon Network show like around Samurai Jack time. That show was so good. It's kind of like Power Rangers in the sense where they got like these big ass robots and they fight like big ass creatures, but the main three characters is this robot guy that acts like the mentor, and then the dude Lance. His name's Lance. That's one thing I was like, oh my god, the guy named Lance. And then the chick, she was like the princess. Lance was like the soldier on like a distant planet. The planet was going to war. They had like a coup with the kingdom.
Lance is always the name of a soldier.
I don't care, nigga, that's me.
But that's what I mean. It's Lancelot.
This nigga's me for real. He just like me for real. Nah, and then so they have to flee the planet, and they come to Earth, and they have like Transformer, fucking Power Ranger-esque powers, and they got to fight like these giant creatures and stuff. But then it got canceled. So it was one season, and then it got canceled, like on a big cliffhanger, like some shit was gonna happen.
Of course.
And I really, really wanted to bring that shit back, man. That shit was so fucking dope.
What's gonna happen? You'll never find it.
Right. No. I had to rewatch it again recently because I rewatched it. I remember when it used to come on, too, like back in like 2010 and all that. But because that's when we didn't have like cable, or we didn't have like live service TV growing up, like Cartoon Network and all that here. But when we did, like the first couple of years we moved down here, we did have it. But much later we just stopped getting it. But when we did have it, I remember I used to watch Cartoon Network on the weekends. And I saw Symbiotic Titan on the big TV. I saw one episode and I'm like, this is awesome. Damn. It looks cool. The fights is cool. It had a really deep story for, you know, a Cartoon Network show. It was cool. It was really sick. And
that's really frustrating, like on a, I guess, like a program thing, because it's like they're not in order and whatever. And then it's like,
yeah, that too. But
yeah, like the guy I was watching talk about Samurai Jack, he said he had like a method where it's like the paper, and then he'd like record. He's like, oh, I've seen that one episode, I've seen that one, type of thing, and it's like,
yeah, Symbiotic Titan was the shit. You should probably watch that. That shit is gas. And then I want to see that new Unicron. That shit look kind of cool too. I like anything Genndy Tartakovsky makes, because his art, his style is just,
it's like beautiful, and it's like, I like the angles especially. Like he has a very angular, sometimes minimalistic style. I'm not a fan of minimalistic styles, but I'm a fan of angles a lot. Like there are artists that like they stick to like their specific shape. Like our friend Adrian draws a lot of like circles in his stuff. And then, like, for me, I really like drawing, like, the triangles and, like, weird, like, flowy, like tight angles.
That also comes with, like, the year, too. That time. That was, like, really the style back then, too.
Yeah, because Powerpuff Girls
that whole era of, like 90s to like early like or late 2000 or 2010s, that whole era was that weird like
Dexter's
fuck, I'm thinking like even like Total Drama Island in an extent.
Yeah, Total Drama Island has that wacky
yeah, but there's like another show that I'm trying to think that has that like to a fucking T, but that whole style,
I would say,
man,
like Ed and Eddie, but like it's slightly different.
That's a little, that's like early 90s. So that like that whole era, I'm thinking more like, now I'm really saying it, I think like early 2000, like 2010s, that style. Yeah. But I know
Adventure Time kind of changed the game, because it's like, I don't know, it also stuck out for me. It was just like, oh, it looks different.
That was like the first era, like from that 2010s-esque, that, can you shut the fuck up?
I can't believe me personally, I wouldn't take that, but you know.
I'm about to beat up my phone. But yeah, I think Adventure Time was like the first to do like that sort of bubbly style.
Yeah, it's wiggly and like dot eyes and stuff.
Yeah, that
was the one that I saw like live all the time. Basically, like I didn't watch a whole lot of Cartoon Network like while Cartoon Network was on. I didn't have cable, but my cousins did, so when I went over, they were always watching Adventure Time, and I'm like, ooh.
No, same. And I didn't have it, but my dad had it, so whenever I go over there, like I watched, like, it's weird to say because it doesn't even feel like that long ago, but like fucking Teen Titans Go.
Oh yeah.
You remember when it first came out?
Like, we're all mad.
That was 2014. That was 10 years ago.
It's so bad.
That doesn't even feel like 10 years ago. I remember when it first came out.
I was like, that's a modern cartoon, and I'm like,
no, it's not.
I guess
That's technically something you grew up on.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, everyone hated it. Children, because like we were like, hey, how do you feel about the new Teen Titans Go? And it's like, bro.
I understand more now, because they kind of know like it's supposed to be a whole satire on.
The hate wore away, because it's just, you know, it's like, why act up?
But it was also because, yeah, that's what I'm saying, like it was supposed to be like a satire on the Teen Titans, but the audience it was demographed towards, you know, are all kids. So it was also an addition that it was kind of like the dumb, goofy type.
It's weird though, like, but as a kid, I was just like, this is dumb. I don't like this. And then a lot of people my age agreed as well.
No, no, I thought it was kind of dumb. I'd still watch it, but now as I'm growing up, I understand like, oh, this is supposed to be a satire on it. I thought they were
like,
right. I thought
this is their replacement. Like,
right. I thought they were just making Teen Titans like this stupid kiddie type shit, but no, the whole point of it was to be a satire on like OG Teen Titans. But that's kind of fucked, because you
miss the old Titans.
No, that, but it's also you're constantly getting new kids, you know?
Yeah, that is right.
So those new kids, those younger kids don't understand that
It's satire.
it's supposed to be a satire. So now now a lot of people perceive it, or at least how I perceived it back then was like, oh yeah, no, this is just supposed to, they just dumbed down Teen Titans for the sake of dumbing it down. Like they did that.
Yeah.
They did that shit to my nigga Ben 10.
Oh yeah,
The Ben 10 reboot. Now that is not supposed to be a satire. They're just dumbing our shit down.
Same thing with the Powerpuff Girls reboot, and then they try to pretend it didn't happen.
I was so mad about the Ben 10 thing. I was mad about the Ben 10 thing. I was mad about the Bakugan thing. They dumbed down my Bakugan. They used to make my niggas look so cool. Now they make them look so stupid.
You know what I would watch again and again? I think I said this to you already. It was the Bionicle movie that I loved.
I've never watched Bionicles growing up.
Oh, man, there was just one movie in particular. I watched the Bionicle movie again and again.
I remember when Ninjago was first coming out. That shit is 10 years ago.
Old head.
That shit is 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. That's why the passage of time affects us all.
Ninjago movie came out, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it.
I've never seen it.
I have. It's pretty good, but because it's, I don't know, the Lego humor I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Lego Batman's my favorite still, but like, and I didn't watch Ninjago growing up, so I didn't watch. So like when I watched the movie, I didn't really get everything.
The only Lego movie I saw was the Lego movie, I think.
That's good.
The first one, I saw that in theaters.
Like if you're a Batman fan like I am though, then like Lego Batman, which is taking the Lego movie, which I really liked, and Batman, which I really liked.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Oh my god. Lego Batman.
Well, we've exceeded our time by 5 minutes, so thank you. Wait.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. Thank you everybody for listening to today's slightly longer episode. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I refuse to call it X because that is stupid. At InaneBrains, InaneBrains on both Instagram and Twitter to stay updated. Yes. Do you have any final words?
Watch Sex and Violence on TV.
Jesus Christ.